We got about 6 inches of snow last night, and it's flurrying still. But it's supposed to be up in the 40s this coming week, so it'll melt soon enough. I'm not even going to shovel. I'm just going to trudge. The only thing that I have shoveled is my deck. I put the last of the fruit and nut trees that still needed compost around the base. All I have left to do now are the nut trees, and I've got to walk through the woods to get to them, and with all the snow on the branches, I'm just going to wait. And there's plenty of time for that anyway. But I did put some compost around 2 last year's transplanted young plum trees. So that's all done. I up-potted a lot of my plants that I had started. They're coming along a whole lot better than they were. I think my place was too cool, because this time of year I don't like to burn a hot fire. I just kind of basically burn a smudge. So I think my place was too cool. So now that I started burning some of the scraggly wood, the funny shaped wood that doesn't stack well in the woodshed, I just kind of tossed them to a side last year. So I've just been coming out and grabbing 1 or 2 of those and bringing them in and throwing them in the wood stove. It's bigger wood, it's dry wood, and so it throws off a little bit more heat in the house, and my plants have said thank you. They are in a south-facing set of windows, so they get plenty of light. So not like a grow light, but plenty of light. I just have to keep rotating the plants around, right? So no duck eggs yet, but I have seen where the female ducks have been scouting out their old nest boxes. They're all prepared for them. So they are ready for when they want to start laying their eggs, but they're starting to scout those eggs out, those nests out, so that's good. I'm about ready to go in and see if I have any goose eggs. 1 a day would be fantastic. Now, when a young goose lays an egg, just like a young chicken or a young duck, their eggs will be a lot smaller, and the more eggs that they lay, the bigger the egg will become. Now, if you've ever seen a goose eggs are about like this. They're a pretty large egg, and they've got a lot of yolk compared to the white of an egg. The yolk is huge, folks. So they are good fried. I can't see eating too many of them. I used to give them to my cousin Shay, but she grew out of them quite fast, I guess. But I've got plenty of people that like goose eggs, so I don't mind handing them out. So I will gather the first 2 or 3, at least the first 2 weeks of the goose eggs that are being laid, and then I will leave them for them to hatch out. So everything is good. Everything is good. I did forget to prune my espalier pear tree. Now, an espalier it's basically like a bonsai type thing. It's a little fancier than what I like to grow, but it was gifted to me out of a lot of love, and I'll take good care of it. But I had forgotten to prune that because it's down by my apples off to the side. It's by my blueberries and my grapes, and I just haven't done it. Just haven't thought about it. So I did that this morning, and that espalier has 5 different types of pears. Okay, we've got the Anjou pear. We've got the red Bartlett. We've got Summer Crisp. There's 5. There's the Anjou, the red Bartlett, the Flemish Beauty. We've got the Summer Crisp, and this one here is a Bartlett. So obviously it's been grafted from down there, and as it grows it's been grafted whichever pear variety they grafted. So they're very famous for their rain shoots, the ones that go right straight up. So they should bear pear this year, which that'd be really good. My cherry trees look really good, even though the ground is very wet this time of year. They look super good. The gray birch that came, that first storm, that first winter storm, that gray birch bent over and landed right on my bubblegum plum, and it split right down to the root. So I braced it up, I stood it up, I braced it up, and put a stake in the ground and tied a rubber glove to some bale and twine and stood it right straight up. And by jingas, folks, its buds are starting to swell and it looks like it's all healed. So I had given up on that because I had the Methley plum tree just didn't make it. It was dead upon arrival, but I decided to make sure that it just wasn't dormant, even though I kind of knew it was dead. So Stark Brothers is going to reimburse me for that one. So to the person, I can't remember who you were, that said, don't give up on that prune tree yet, the one that the birch came down and split. Thank you for telling me that. So it looks like it healed. The buds are swelling, so maybe it'll do something. That'll be really good. So thank you for that. I've got a female goose that is limping. The male geese tend to be pretty rough. I've got a female Muscovy that is limping. The adult male Muscovies are a lot bigger, and they can be rough. I woke up in the night to a goose fight out in the pen. So one of them are bleeding. It's just the surface. It's birds and breeding season drives me crazy, folks. It really does. But I've examined the males, and there's good. There's one male that has a young male, so he's just learning how to fight. He probably got in a fight with the mature male, right? And so I let them do their thing. I tried to step in between. I backed right off. I no longer reached my hands down there to try to break them up. I no longer bend over to try to break them up. I just walk up to them, and if they stop fighting, which they very seldom do, then that is great. But just as soon as they get back into the house again, they're right back at it, right? So there's a little bit of blood on the freshly fallen snow, but they're okay. Those are battle scars. They're doing what they do naturally, right?